Have you ever wanted to visit Beetlejuice? Or how about feeding Meteorologist to a Thargoid? Or maybe you just fancy a grinding 2-week jumpathon to Sagittarius A. We're here for you. Ineffectual Airways. We might just get you there. Hello people, welcome to the stream. Hey Tangent, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I just took a night off last night. I need a night off every now and again. I was still around, I dropped into Zoomski's stream. Just give us a second while I set this up. There was something I missed out. Ah yeah, the music. I am going to change the music around some point. I actually meant to have a look today, but I got a bit pre-involved with some other stuff, so tonight we'll just go with the usual music. If we can get it to play. Hey Voice, how's it going? I have a mission critical message. Right, so hello Zoomski, although it's quite hard to read the chat there. Hang on a second. I'll just let it get a bit off there so you can read it. Yeah, get up here. Cats always decide to show off when as soon as I go on stream. Okay, there you go. And Zoomski's going to join me tonight. He's just joined me on Discord by the sound of it. Hello. Or maybe he's not ready. Okay, so at the moment, what I'm doing tonight is I'm doing a tour of Sol. So we're going to start here with our very own sun. Give you a quick look around it. Well, I like these K-stars. They always look a little bit better than the other suns. Oh, back to the daily grind. I've got a day off, Tangent. Yeah, hello? What's happened to my typing recently? I've started doing some really weird things. Hello, can you hear me? I can now, yeah, perfectly. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the first part just between the Sun and Mercury, and then I'll join you on Mercury. Where did you land?
I just landed. Just wanted to go and have a look. I'd never landed on Mercury before, so I thought.
Okay, you didn't go.
I got my wing beacon on, so if you need to.
Okay, cool. You didn't go to the main station.
Which one?
Yeah, I think Airlick City is the main one on Mercury, if I remember right.
No, I'm not on a starport. I've just landed out.
Ah, okay. Right, okay, so. Yeah, well, a lot of people haven't, and I don't want this to be a spoiler or anything for anybody, but I just thought for the people who haven't been yet, it'll be nice to give them a tour. Some people might not ever rank up that high to get here. They might not be that bothered, so. The first thing we're going to visit is a place called Notable Presidents. So. We'll spin around. I'm guessing it's a drop-in point. Just trying to make sure for everything running properly. Okay, yeah. So I don't know how many of you actually managed to stick out the stream the other night. I was pretty drunk towards the end of it. But I still remember Zoomski explaining everything, which was pretty good. Hey Brian, how's it going? Okay, so here we are, we've dropped in. See what information it gives us here. Okay, so it says tourist spot 0201, notable presence of the Federation. The complete list of presidents is too numerous to mention here, so only those who made a name for themselves in intergalactic affairs are listed, and then it has a list of all the presidents. Why would you go right down to Zachary Hudson, by the way? Why would you put it here? It's a strange spot, of all places. Okay, so let's head towards Mercury. Oh dear. Seems to be every Sunday. We need to give that driver a kick up the backside. Well, if you want to drop in, I'm doing a tour of Sol. Well, I was doing a tour of Sol. I've lost all my notes. And I can't remember which book I've put them in, so... yeah, I'm gonna have to play it by ear, I think. Okay, so I'm going to drop into Airlick City first. So just to give you a look at it, it's the Mercury's kind of not been terraformed, but it's been made habitable. With it being a high metal, not high metal, a metal rich body. So don't know how they deal with the heat being so close to the sun, but I guess with it being in the future, maybe that it's a little bit cooler. What the hell I've done with all that bloody stuff I wrote down earlier? Can't do anything right. Oh, hang on. No, that's not it. That's my pre-notes. Well, they'll do. So we'll drop down into Airlick City, have a look at that. Looks like my my wingmate's just off to the left by the looks of it. Can't quite see exactly where he is.
Mission objective detected. Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, what's that? Unidentified signal source there. Contract details. Whoops. There we go. Ah, forget that. Hi Dave. Yeah, yes. Very briefly, they were quite short. It was a shame that when the servers first came up earlier, some boom data delivery missions were paying really, really well. But it looks like that's already been dealt with. So... there was nothing really in the patch notes that made me clap my hands. I did read I did watch the video of Down to Earth Astronomy today. He was talking about minor factions and whatnot, and he said that he believes that the game was, and in his own words, was programmed with a fucking spade. So he's not too happy at the moment. You've got well, the big one, Brian, is the delivery missions. They lowered the amount and increased the payment, so that's a good thing, I suppose. Well, I'm not seeing the difference that was supposedly there when the servers first went live. When the servers first went live, there was some missions paying 3-4 million for a one-time boom data delivery, or not data delivery, but boom delivery mission. Not wing, singular. But then they seem to have all disappeared, and only the really crappy paying ones have been left behind, so... And some people are reporting that some boards only have the wing trade missions, they don't have anything else, so... Obviously something went wrong again. Swinging that loach. Okay, so let's just quickly... We'll have a plop down here. So this is a pretty big city, Erlich. I'm actually going to go outside the ship so you get a bit of a better look at it. It's a really nice looking city. Coming in for nice land here. Right. I want to kind of avoid that, but... Yeah, right, buddy, how's it going? We don't say 07 around here, we say 97, as Brian's pointing out there. But you're welcome all the same. So, if you look at the mission board... So let's remember, I'm not ranked up. I'm not aligned with any faction while I'm looking at the board. So the prices and things are taken into consideration. So, for example, here there's a boom time for 739,000, which might get up to like 1.3 or something if you're fully aligned with them. So there's definitely some money to be made doing it. Actually, there's one where I'm almost aligned here, so we could have a quick snoop at this one. Actually, that pays less. It is only 88 though. No, that one pays less as well. Ah well, let's throw my point down the pipe. Oh no, there you go. I'm fully aligned with them. And let's see what we've got. What was that? Wait. What happened? So,
I had to log out and log back in.
No problem. So I'm getting 700,000 on that, which really, for a one-off jump, is not bad, but I'd have to do 7 jumps to make a decent amount of money. Kind of doable. Kind of doable. So I haven't seen a big jump since it's come back online, but some people reckon some places do have it. So we don't owe 7 in this stream. That's the thing. Oh god. We're 9-7 in this stream. I added something to my coffee to make it taste better, and it tastes more disgusting than before. Okay, so that's Airlick City, basically. Let's return to the surface. No, like vanilla essence thing, because I've not got any brown sugar. I've only got white sugar, and I can't stand the taste of white sugar. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's the wing ones, though. I'm talking about the single trade ones, so for one pilot. But yes. I mean, it's improved a little bit. It's improved by about 1,000, which I did think that the kind of the old... Maybe the ones we were doing the other night, for example, last Monday, I think, we were doing some wing trade missions in it. It's a little bit too much, in my opinion. Just want to make sure that I'm not... Hey, let's go. How's it going? Welcome into the stream. As you're always welcome into the stream, you know that. Let's shift over a little bit. No. Are you on the surface, Zoomski? Oh, okay, I wondered what it was. It's not showing you yet. No, I'm too far away from the planet, so...
Can you see me now?
I have to just do an about face. No, I must be on the other side of the planet. Kind of. I think you're on the other side of the planet. Where's he gone now? I hate this game sometimes. I tell you what, rather than fanny about like this, let's go away from the planet and then we'll make our way back. We'll wing navlock on him. I'm playing in private at the moment just because of it being Sol. Generally, I would play. Generally, I would play in open. Why is it not showing his bloody wing?
I pressed the wrong button. That was my mistake. Sorry.
Will it put you back on the surface, or will it have you outside?
No, I'm not logged out. I just pressed the wrong
Ah,
button.
right. Right, okay. Let me keep a look out of our window. Ah, get lost.
Can you not see me now?
I think you're on the other side of the planet by the looks of it. Trying to look at two things at once. Aha. Right, I've got you now, I think.
Can't miss me. I'm in the big crater that looks like a nipple.
Actually, there's quite a lot of craters in that area, though.
Mission objective detected.
I don't know what that mission objective is, because it's not nothing I've accepted. Oh. Too tight. Have to do a spin around here. They nerfed everything. I think Kellett's car. Hey Cal, how's it going? Right, I can't see your wing anywhere. I dropped in where it said your wing drop-in was, but then I can't see you once I've got on the ground.
That's
Oh, I know where you are. You're on the other bloody side of the planet, I'm sure of it. But it kind of shows that you're in front of me. It wasn't obscured or anything, but when I look down at the ground, it's obscured now.
Yeah, it's a really annoying part of the game that I've fallen for that quite a few times.
Well, we can just go onwards and upwards with the next one. It's not that exciting here. It is a silly place.
Yeah, no problems. Where are you off to?
Venus.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Venus. So let's see oh, we've got quite a few people in the stream now, so good. Hello Joe, welcome in. Hey Carl again, it's been a while. Who's that? Hang on, I can't get to Discord fast enough. Hey Brian, how's it going? Right, there we go. There's the escape vector. Is he in game yet? It doesn't exist, I don't think, Carl. It's really easy to find. Actually, I'll put my headlights on as well. No, he was on the other side of the planet. It has been a while, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to wipe that mission because otherwise it's gonna really peeve me off. Contract details, get rid of that. Okay, that should make that disappear now. Okay, so we're off to Venus now. Second planet in the solar system. No, I can't hear you on Discord, Brian. Oops. Yeah, Cal, you can use EDDB to look at the...
Test. Hello.
I can hear you now, yeah. You can use EDDB.io to find planets with high selenium content, Carl, and that's actually the best way to do it. That's...
What, you can hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear now. So you could go try and check that out.
Don't know what it is with this headset. I need to like... Anytime I restart my computer, I need to like unplug it and plug it back in.
You said it was USB, didn't you?
Mine doesn't work.
I have a problem with some USB things as well, which do that. It does, not even headphones, but one of them's like a hard drive. But every time I boot up the PC, I have to re-plug it. Okay, so we're arriving at Venus, a high metal content world. By the looks of it. We'll push up on it a little bit. And then we'll check out, see if there's anything that we have to visit around here. Can't remember with Venus. The Galen Scandal. Okay, we're gonna drop in on Galen Scandal. So we'll see what that's all about. What destination? It looks nice, Venus, actually, in the game. I'd never flown past it before. It looks really good in the game. I love the colours that have been thrown off on the ionosphere. Blues, greens, oranges. Oof. It's not so bad if you can get 15 of them, though. 15 million? 440, it's not brilliant. There's Zoomski just coming in on my left there. Dropping on Gel and Scandal. So this is Gel and Scandal, so let's find out what this is about. Okay, so Jelen Scandal. In 2866, Jelen lost his midterm vote of confidence, and the extent of his corruption and corporate links were brought to light shortly afterwards. That sounds like somebody we know. Bringing down a number of congressmen too, and exposing a seedy subculture of corporate entertainment and abuse of federal power on a massive scale. No one on the corporate side was ever prosecuted, but a period of scrutiny followed, and most corporations wisely backed off interference with the federal politics for several years. A nice jet black one you've got there, or is it actually I've forgotten the name of the colour now.
It's black.
Would be a shame if someone was to scratch it. Oh, sorry. So. Okay, so we'll get a quick shot of Venus. So I'm just going to get a photograph of the ship next to Venus. Wherever the hell Venus is. Where the heck fire is Venus? There she is. Look at that, that's beautiful. Beautiful. It's a shame the sun's on the other side, because then my ship doesn't light up as well, but it'll be okay. So yeah, had a night off last night. I think I need a night off every now and again. And it was nice to actually drop into some other people's streams and have a look around. Ah, that's a good shot. I like that one. So yeah, it's good to drop into other people's streams sometimes, so. So there you go, that's Venus. I don't think there's anything else to check out around here, but I'll give it a quick look. No, there's only that, so. Okay, so we are going on to... oh, hang on a moment. Alex, the birthright was. I missed that one. Damn it. I was hoping not to miss out on stuff. Come speak and... Okay, right. Okay, let's go check out Earth. Oops.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1. Warning. Temperature critical.
And I hope that everybody just about understood me at the end of Friday's stream. Was it Friday? No, Saturday's stream, sorry. I know there was a point where I couldn't understand myself. So, moving on to Earth.
You do realise that if you're doing a tour of Seoul, you need to go to Persephone.
Which one's that one? Is that one of the new planets? Oh, well, one of the new... They're not planets, but rocks.
That's the furthest one away.
Isn't that like 400,000? No. Yeah, it's 500,000 light seconds, isn't it, from the sun?
Something like that.
I think you have to go visit Voyager 1. Oh, here comes Brian. Off to the left, just dropped in on the sun by the looks of it.
Do you know how long it takes you to get to Voyager?
I think it's 45. I think it's about an hour or something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't just click on it. You actually have to find it. But there is a pretty good video of how to find it on YouTube. Okay, so we're dropping in just India in front of us there. If you look very closely. So we've got India, Southeast Asia, just there. So Australia's just here on the corner. That'll be Africa. Just there, so Europe's going to be somewhere up here. So I'm going to go around towards Europe. I think the United States is going to be dark at this time of the night, I'm sorry. We can check it, but I have a feeling it's going to be dark, so... So we're just approaching the Middle East. Just off to the right, so... No. That's the Middle East. Just going to adjust the course a little bit, because otherwise we're going to come up too far below. Too far below Europe, and we don't want to come too far below Europe. There you can see Spain and France. Well, you can see France in just the beginning of Spain. Italy, half underwater, of course, at this time. Actually, in actuality, so is quite a lot of the UK. And the Netherlands has pretty much been wiped from the map. I'll give you a better view in a moment when I get there. So there's Spain. So I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to drop out. Well, actually, no, I'm going to go a little bit further. Just so it's a bit more out my window there. There's the United Kingdom. So you can see most of the United Kingdom, especially the eastern coastline, is all underwater, and then pretty much all of Europe, from Belgium, Luxembourg, Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and most of Norway is all underwater there, which is amazing. Obviously after the problems the Earth has had. Italy's pretty much done as well, apart from the mountainous region. So I'm gonna just gonna go up a little bit. Now, if anybody who watches the stream knows that I live in Spain, I live roughly where that cloud is, just on the coast. I probably live about where that mountain range is. There's kind of a little flat bit below it. That's where I live. Pretty much bang on there. That's the Pyrenees. I actually attempted to cross the Pyrenees a few years ago walking. I managed to do about a third of it before I got an injury, unfortunately, and had to stop. But so that's that. So pretty good looking. Right, so I'm gonna drop back a little bit, just so I can try and get a shot of the ship, not a shot of the ship. Effectual airways. That's pretty good. I'll paste that in. Save. So yeah, there's a couple of things to have a look around the Earth. The first one is the ancient history, which we can check out. It's currently just off to my left there.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
I will try and swing it around the back to so my American viewers can have a look. Everybody's very, very quiet today in the chat. Is everybody alright, or has it been a long weekend? Or was it a long weekend, should I say? I keep on thinking it's Sunday because I'm on holiday at the moment. Okay, so let's scan this one. So, ancient history. Tourist spot 0165. Mankind's first ventures into space were tentative and gradual. The early part of the 21st century saw the first manned space flights beyond the moon, but it took a major population and economic problems to stimulate enough commercial commitment to start settlements beyond the Earth. The Third World War saw this exploration expenditure dragged back again, and it wasn't until the very end of the 21st century that colonies on Mars and the Moon became true, permanent, and viable. After the war, the dominant power was the United States of the Americas, and as the remaining other countries joined in over the next few decades, it was renamed the Federation of the United States, and later the Federation. As the implied reference to one of the pre-war powers was a block to the remaining countries joining it. It had a constitution and laws derived from the earlier powers, but much simplified. Ha. And hello, Brian.
Hello.
Right, so capital ship. Okay, we can go have a look at the capital ship. Just a bit of a warning, don't get too close to it or it might have a pop at you. So I'm going to drop right down to the South Pole. Max cargo on a Type 9 is 789. 86. It's either 789 or 790. I've got 786 on mine, and I'm sure I can get another 4 rack in there if I took off the docking computer, if I remember rightly.
If it has a pop at me, I'll have a pop back at it.
I think it's because Zachary Hudson lives on it, I think. Oh no, that'll be the one at Mars. This will be a different one, sorry.
Yeah, the one at Mars is his personal ship. This is just standard capital vessel. You definitely get shot at if you go to that one.
I'm not hearing you, Brian, no. Ah! Well, I'm not hearing you right in this moment, but I have heard you when you said hello a moment ago. Let's have a look, see if there's anything we have to scan here. Nothing to scan? Have you seen the list of everything it's got on it, that ship?
No.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 laser turrets. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 broadside cannons. And about 8 torpedo launchers. All at 100% health and on.
Jesus.
Why can't we have ships like that? Right, it's called the FNS Trander.
So hold on, I was in Super Cruise about to drop in on the capital ship. I drop out and it puts me 16.5 megameters away. What the hell's going on?
That's strange. I thought sometimes when you're close to a planet it messes up a little bit. You might want to drop in without a wing lock. But even that's it's gonna be funny. It always does this when you're near planets.
Like it literally just dropped me on the opposite side of the planet to what I was on.
Yeah, I had this problem once when I was with Cybersec doing something. It's something to do with the wing drop on close to a planet. It causes it every now and again. Go up a little bit and do it that way instead. Hey Kathleen, how's it going? I'm not going to try and kill it, Pizza Man. It's not happening. Thanks for dropping in. Hey Kathleen, how's it going? No. I'm just going to get a nice pretty picture of it and then move on. So it looks like Earth capital ship. So yes. Am I feeling better after my alcohol-fueled adventures? Yes. I mean, I was pretty plastered, but I was alright yesterday. Well, I didn't eat a lot yesterday. Tummy was a bit dicky. But I was alright in general. Right, okay, so... capture ancient history. Okay, we've done the ancient history. The new leadership.
Have you looked at Earth?
No, I'm just going to have a quick look back now when I get a second. Oops. Can't remember where the light source is coming from. Ah, yeah. So, we're looking at South America there, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks very nice. All lit up. Did you manage to drop in this time, Brian? I would say no, Pizza Man. I would say it's probably near impossible to destroy this ship. I wouldn't even like to try. I mean, just look. Look at them. I mean, if you look one more time in my contacts, sub-targets, I mean, you just look.
A federal dropship has just turned up and refueled me.
Well, that was nice of him.
What? Who turned up and refueled you?
A federal dropship.
It was Brian.
Anaconda that just refueled you.
Alright, it was you refueled me.
I haven't got any guns. Apparently, if you want to shoot the shoot out all the heat relays, it'll jump. So, I'm gonna go have a look at the new. What? So I don't know whether to fly up and over the top. Might be a better way to do it. With humanity. Where's that one? Doesn't matter, does it? Right. New leadership. So, gonna go have a look at new leadership. Right, so I'm going to move on to new leadership. Now, I'm not going to go through absolutely everything in the solar system, but I'm trying to drop in at some points like this just to get an idea of what the story is and how kind of humans moved away from the Earth and whatnot. As you were seeing before, you can tell that there's obviously geo problems happen because it looks like the ice caps have disappeared. There's pollution. I know there's pollution problems which caused them to leave and move to Mars. It's not a lot of money for taking on a big ship like that, is it? Is that Hawaii? Oh no, it can't be. We're different ocean.
Can't believe you thought I was a drop ship or whatever.
I didn't see you on my scanner. And then it's only when you flew in front of me, I was like, oh look, there he is. Nice
So
contact.
that looks like there's a... No, that's actually a storm. And that looks like Japan there, so... I was thinking there might be a bit of ice left, but there obviously isn't, so... Here we go, heading towards new leadership.
I know the history of the Earth if you want to know it, Swift.
Which history? In law, in game history, or?
Yeah, in-game lore history.
Yeah. 1 second. Okay, so new leadership. 1071. However, the 23rd century saw new leadership and initiative. The Earth's environmental recovery program to restore the polluted and radioactive regions of the planet was much more successful. So that's obvious. That's why it looks so good, Kathina. Okay, yeah. Tell us what you know.
Okay. In the year 2044, Earth had a war. It had a big war between most of the nations, and at first it was conventional weapons, and then it became nuclear, and they devastated Earth. Earth was totally and utterly ecologically destroyed, and after the war, the winners, the United States of America, tried to collaborate what was left of civilization, and had a really big problem because there was toxic zones all over the planet. The ecology was wild, and it didn't look like we were going to survive. But luckily, because we'd had a war, it meant that the technological abilities we had been increased tenfold. And the corporations, who were the ones who only really made any money out of the war, truth be told, turned up and said, we'll help out. And they came along and they perfected fusion drives. So we had a limitless amount of energy. And they, slowly but surely began to see what they could do about turning civilization around. And they rebuilt the civilization on Earth. And part of what they were doing was they were very concerned that Earth was getting very crowded, and they couldn't really send anybody out there. So they sent off probes out into systems that were neighboring to Earth, like Alpha Centauri. And these probes told everybody that there was terraformable and Earth-likes right next door to our solar system. And that's where the big exodus happened. That's when everybody started going to the stars and leaving Earth, and colonizing other planets and things like that. Meanwhile, back in Earth, they began a big cleanup thing where they began to clear out all the toxicology, all the toxic ecology and all that, and they began a project to terraform a lot of the planets in the solar system, including Mars. They tried to terraform Mars twice before they got it right, and they discovered relics and remains on Mars of an ancient civilization. So right from day one, they knew there was other aliens out there. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened to Earth. Earth ends up being cleaned up, and what we now know as the Federation kind of starts off with cleaning Earth and cleaning the solar system.
Very interesting. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Okay, so we got this one as well. Cradle of Humanity, tourist spot 0087. The planet Earth is a cradle of humanity. As such, it's experienced times of terrible destruction through war and ecological disaster. Since the 22nd century, humanity has expanded from its home and into the stars, and with much of the damage the planet's ecosphere has suffered has since been repaired. That's what Zumsky was on about there. The planet is now a popular travel destination and is a lush and vibrant world. So it's a lush and vibrant world now.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, I mean, it's considered to be, you know, the cradle of our civilization. So, you know, it's always very special in people's hearts. But yeah. So literally, when people talk about the Federation, they're actually talking about the USA. USA 1.
Isn't that what happens in Star Trek as well?
In Star Trek, it's slightly different, but let's not talk about that.
Jesus, I jumped right on top of you. Damn.
Okay, so we're gonna.
I'll drop out your Super Cruise right on top of his.
I know, I saw how close you got there. Okay, so we will move on. We'll move on to the moon.
It's one of the things I don't like about Sol. You can't land on the moon.
I know it's because they'd have had to done a load of work on it to make it landable. Right, now there is something I do know about the moon as we head out there. As we get closer, I'll explain the little bit that I do know about the moon. I like the fact that Carl's shouting USA, USA as well. Yeah. The Empire must have been like the Russians and the English or something. Pesky Russians. Now we're going to drop in on the moon, and I'm going to try and find the part I wanted to speak about, because, well, I don't know how well covered it is in this. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so. So we're gonna try and get somewhere close. So maybe a little bit closer. Just to let you know, Uranus is showing through the moon. Okay, so. Right, so what I wanted to explain, something I was listening to earlier actually, is that these black spots on the moon, it's not the same on the dark side. These black spots only appear on the light side of the moon.
I think we should shoot him for that joke.
And so, and the reason being is that when the moon was closer to the Earth, many millions of years ago, the Earth was hot and actually kind of scorched this side of the moon. That's what they believe these black parts are for, and they don't actually exist on the dark side of the moon. But if it's dark, how do they know? Right, I've lost the Earth. Okay, there we go. There's the Earth at super mega distance. Neil Armstrong shot. Not quite black enough. Murdering bunch of slave traders. So, Did I drop out? I did drop out, didn't I? Okay, so there is congressional streamlining here. That's where we're going to head to now.
Ready to engage.
Carl Sagan.
Go on.
Temperature critical.
That bit where you look back at the Earth. It's a Carl Sagan moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I dreamed of doing that when I was a kid, actually. Yeah, you would think, but they'd have to put too many things in place if you were to land on the moon, because otherwise it would be unrealistic, and then everybody would complain that the moon was unrealistic. So I understand why they've not been able to put it in. Okay, so here's congressional streamlining. Fill us in a little bit more. When you hear right, so it says tourist spot 0180. Federal colonies continue to mature into congressional members and become accepted as federal states throughout the next 2 centuries. However, the ratification of each colonial character and approval of membership made the governing body of the federation more and more unwieldy. This meant getting decisions made became more and more laborious and became more and more of a laborious and time-consuming process, increasingly relying on presidential influence. Eventually, in 2594, Congress passed an act reducing the total number of congressmen dramatically at the subsequent election round amid much controversy. In parallel, the president's fixed 4-year term was extended to a single 8-year term with a vote of confidence by the people after 4 years. This was to address the problem that increasingly the presidents were serving 2 consecutive terms, their limit, a historical limit dating back to the pre-Federation days. And few credible candidates would stand against them in what increasingly were referred to as the mid-term election. Okay. I'll just whack these ones off. So we can head now towards it's hard to say. I said fire across a nose, not up it. Right, gonna head off to Mars now. It is utterly unrealistic. We should be able to land on the Earth as well, is my opinion. Is the electric car actually in it? I thought that wasn't actually yet in it. Does that mean I have to keep an eye out for it on the way to Mars? Sorry, on the way to... yeah, on the way to Mars.
I should have picked up some cargo and someone might interdict me.
Oi, what was that? Oh no, that's the moon. It's gonna drop in on this. Is it true that the Tesla car's in the game?
Really?
That's what Kathina says. I'm just dropping in on a degraded emissions now just to see. Because it would be in between the Earth and Mars, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's actually something that's exploded. Okay, well, hybrid capacitors. No. Okay, well. We'll have to look. Mercury, no. Ah. Mars.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, you've got me thinking now. I'm going to be staring at my contacts panel for the whole way. I just need the moon to kind of disappear so I can. Could be that unregistered comms beacon. You never know. I heard that they were considering it, but I don't think they've put it in. They've probably got more loaches to wield. Oh, is that it? I've got something passing overhead. Unidentified signal source. That could be it. You never know. Oh, too tempting. Too tempting. So Mars is the one I really wanted to kind of have a check out and see exactly how it looks. I can actually go faster. I don't know why I'm not going faster. Well, they had a problem, something where the passenger missions looked like they were paying off and then they didn't, which probably peed enough people off. It kind of did me. I was hoping to have a day where I could just go around and grab a bit of extra money. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and put in some serious passenger mission time, unfortunately. Okay, so we're arriving at Mars. The red planet, although of course now it's been terraformed into the blue planet. Now, as you heard Zoomsky say, they did have problems terraforming it, which means that you've actually got some really nice lush vegetation spots mixed with the old red planet as well, which I'm supposing is why it's like that. Do you have any information about Mars?
What would you like to know about Mars?
Whatever you want to tell us.
Okay, so Mars, it's a lot to do with Sirius and terraforming. So Mars was the first planet that they wanted to terraform, but there's kind of two ways that you can terraform. There's a ecological way and there's a chemical way. And the very first time they tried to terraform it, they tried to use an ecological way and found that it takes years and years and years to do that. So the second way they put in place was a chemical way, which is a lot quicker, and that's how they terraform planets now. And that's how they literally terraform Mars. But the first time they went on Mars and started to set it up for terraforming, they found remains of a civilization. So, you know, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of aliens in the elite lore. A lot. Like, some of our early colonists found alien species, indigenous alien species. Well, not really alien because it's theirs. We'd be the aliens. So, you know, they found them when they went and set up colonies.
Oh, when you say aliens, do you mean aliens as in the way people think of aliens, or do you mean just life forms in general?
Just like sort of primitive life forms, still at the early stages of their development, but they could communicate with us, and they you know, identified us as being from the stars and things like that.
Ah, interesting.
But there was definitely an ancient civilization on Mars well before us.
Okay, so tourist spot 0193, the election of Terrell Biggs from Mars to the office of president in 3008.
Oh, I just found some high-grade emissions.
So another change in approach.
Good find.
Biggs had been a congressman for Mars for a long time and made extensive use of his diplomatic connections throughout his tenure during his election.
And a distress call 384.
Well, if you've got big guns, go see it.
I jumped into one of them yesterday, and I jumped in, there was a federal battle cruiser thing, and there was like 4 ships, so I killed the 4 ships, used a few shield boost cell banks, and I'm like, right, that's it over. And the next thing I know is 2 enemy bloody battle cruisers jumping in with about 10 ships. I'm like, hey, I'm out of here.
I've heard that happening actually. I talked about during his election, he talked a great deal about the use of diplomacy rather than force. In 3008, during a lull in the fighting in Alioth, I suppose, federal diplomats secretly approached the Imperial Court with the proposition that Achana and its subsidiary systems join the Federation as full members. This had been attempted before and had been met with Imperial derision. The proposition included clauses and amendments that would have allowed the Imperial systems to qualify for membership despite the differences between Federal and Imperial law on several matters. However, the leak of the documents by Federal spies to other Imperial systems caused widespread unrest, which might have been Biggs' intention all along. For the next decade, the cooled Imperial Federation relations this cooled Imperial and Federation relations and caused distrust on both sides. Aha. Okay, so that's Terrell Biggs. Right, should we go drop in and have a look at this capital ship? So we're going to have a look at this capital ship. So, in lines with what I was thinking earlier, when you were saying that the first terraform failed, is that why parts of the planet are still red?
No, it's been fully terraformed now. It's that the techniques they used were very crude, and they were only still learning how to do terraforming when they started on Mars. But once they'd figured out, you know, the technology to do it, Mars was probably one of the first planets that was terraformed.
So back then they were mostly harmless, and now they're expert.
Yeah, now they're elite. Yeah.
But there's huge swaths of like brown land. Is that just because of that's the rock composition?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the process that they do. I mean, their very first attempt kind of terraformed the place, and people could walk. It had gravity and everything, and it had an atmosphere, but you need like an oxygen kit to walk around on it. And they only really perfected the process and did the full terraforming years later. Okay, so we've got a lot of Navy ships and protection here for this battle cruiser. You can actually go out and have a quick look. If you look very carefully, you can see where the craters were and how the waters filled up the craters.
what's this non-human relic? Is it anything exciting? Or is it just another data?
Hopefully.
Non-human relic. Yeah, that'll be the relic they found. That'll be the history tourist spot for the relic they found.
Okay, so, well, that looked like the last one to me. Non-human relic. I'll go have a look at that now.
Ready to engage.
Oh, it's on the other side. So we will get to some other stuff at some point. I've brought my SRV, so we're going to have a look at somewhere else. We don't need to go to the second terraforming slot because Zoomski filled us in on that, so we don't really need to see that one. You see some nice cities down there, nice big island. Now Mars is occupied kind of by the creme de la creme, or creme de menthe, shall we say, of the human elite race. Certainly the from the Federation's point of view, like the super corporate people live there. So that's quite interesting. Belugas everywhere. Okay, so let's get some details of this non-human relic. Well, that's a long scan. So in 2280, the first non-human relic was found in space. The object was found buried on Mars. It was no bigger than a child's hand and is still surrounded in secrecy, even in 33, in the 33rd century, I guess. No information has ever been circulated as to the properties of this item or its origin, other than it is non-human. Wonder why it's shrouded in secrecy. Any idea why it's shrouded in secrecy, the non-human relic?
I don't. There's been lots of speculation as to what it was, what it's all to do with, but nobody knows for sure whether it's an alien we're aware of now or it's a long dead race that, you know, is no longer
I
around.
know what it is. It's like the old original Total Recall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just looking if there's the capital ship federal. Which one is that? Is it the capital ship that we dropped in on? Is that the Zachary Hudson's one? Well,
It might be. You need to be careful, isn't it? It's a yacht.
Yeah, I stayed a fair distance from it because there was just so many federal police ships around it. Okay, so let's have a look then. We'll go on to the next one. Not Earth. Okay, let's head off then to Jupiter. And there's a really interesting one I want to know about Jupiter. So I'm actually quite interested in finding this out. And it's as to whether they've made a slight mistake within the game. And my guess is they have. So a lot of people don't know it, but let's go see. I love Earl Grey myself. I actually like Russian Earl Grey though. Russian Earl Grey is even better than regular Earl Grey.
Why is Io the only moon in Jupiter you can't land on?
I think it's because it's like the Earth one. I think it's been slightly mapped for the game. As in how it looks. So they made it unlandable so because it won't work that way.
Yeah, it's the same for Titan.
Yeah, I was going to say Titan as well, yeah.
Saturn.
Well, Triton's Neptune, but that's got a red ring round it.
Titan.
Yeah, Titan, not Triton.
So why does Triton have a red ring round it?
No,
Purposely
yeah, it's the one that somebody, I can't remember who explained it. Was that you, Zoomski? It's one of the moons of Neptune. I think it's permit locked.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then you've also got one of the Lave moons. That's permit locked as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You can't actually get the permits anywhere, can you?
No. And that's something that the likes of myself and several others in the game are trying to figure out how to unlock.
Well, I'm sure if you donate a few £100,000 to FDev, they might just give you the permit.
Well, one of the theories is that it's like a test area for FDev to test things, you know, before they make them go live in the game.
Yeah, but why do it there?
Yeah, they could do that anywhere in the galaxy.
Yes, but remember, Sol is a permit-locked system. You actually have to gain rank to get in here.
What's it, like the second level Federation or something?
Yeah, but you still have to do it. You know what I mean? It means it's going to reduce.
I think they'll unlock it. I think it's something to do with story. I think it's locked until.
I think a lot of these permit locks are to do with story, but you never know if they're just putting that in place and saying, well, maybe there's a way around it if you can discover a way around it. And that's one of the things that I've been looking at and trying to figure out if there's a way around all this permit locking.
It's a nice view in Jupiter here. It's behind the sun, so you've got the sun outlining the outer circumference, and it's lighting up the rings as well. It's quite nice. I'm going to land on Jupiter. Tally-ho.
I've never actually been to Jupiter in game before, so this is the first time I've actually flown to it. Just going to drop a little bit just to try and get that.
For this angle, it looks like an eclipse. Well, from where I am anyway.
Now there's like I said before, there's a specific thing I want to see on Jupiter to see whether it's actually included or not. And I'll explain after I find out. It's knowing my luck, it'll be on the dark side today. Nope, that's not it. So maybe they did include that in the game. Don't know, I would have to keep circling it for a second. Is that it? That might be it. No, doesn't look like it actually. Is the big red storm here?
I don't know. Would it have still been here? Haven't they been watching it shrink?
Yes, that's what I was looking for, but that's quite recent that they've been saying that. So I don't know. The pictures I saw of it in the game, it did have it, but now it looks like it has gone. So
I'm making my way to some ice geyser.
So yeah, I was looking for the red storm, but it looks like it has been taken off. They actually believe it will disappear in our lifetime, the Great Red Storm. So, okay, where's he gone? Have you gone to Europa? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's some good canyon runs in Europa.
There's an ice geyser marked on the nav panel.
No, that's what I was saying, Kathina. I think it's not on there. I think they've taken it off because, in theory, by this time in the game, it would have died out. So it might have been at the top, but I never saw it. I never saw it. I didn't see it. Oh, I'm gonna overshoot it, unfortunately. So.
Have you been here before? The ice geysers?
No.
I'm like 8 kilometers away and I can see them high in the sky. Damn.
Cool. Come and join and have a look.
Yep. Oh, have I gone too fast again?
There's even a nice little scanny thing.
Jeez Louise. Right, let's try one more time, eh? Let's take it a bit seriously on this entry, so we need to go around anyway, so that's not too bad. We'll stay away from the planet just for the moment. You got your wing beacon on, Brian?
I do know, sir.
Yeah, I can see you now.
Orbital flight engaged.
So some pretty gnarly canyons on this planet, which is supposed to be really, really nice for taking even something like a chieftain down and just absolutely hammering it through these huge canyons. Kathina, what happened? You getting as bad as Yamix? So I mean, you can see even from this height that these, if I just turn on my side here, you can see how deep and long these canyons run. I mean, they're just huge, absolutely huge.
Swifty, a good trick that a friend of mine taught me about those canyons is take a fighter on your ship and then, like, you know, relinquish control of your ship to the NPC, and then you can fly in the fighter and go through the canyons. Chieftains.
Yeah, I was just thinking that you could probably achieve the same with a chieftain, though. You know, with that big boost on it.
Yeah. Yeah, Chieftain or any other Eagle, even a Sidewinder. Somebody, I ended me the other day to tell me they got a Sidewinder up to 720 boost.
I dropped out a bit on Brian because I think I was a bit too low. But I'll get there. I'm only kidding, Kathina. Say buttons. So I can actually get out. Oh yeah, I can actually get out in my SRV. Has everybody brought an SRV?
Yeah, I got an SRV.
We can go have a really good look at this then. So I didn't check the makeup, as I never do, because that's how I roll. Let's just check. 0.13, okay.
Are we dropping near the geezers?
We certainly are.
Sounds quite London, that, doesn't it? Dropping near the geezers.
Gonna land near the geezers, ain't I? There's some weird black ship here, though. I don't know what that is.
MIB.
Oh, probably some weird exhausts coming from it. Right, let's have a look. So let's go down. He's actually found a really good spot there. I did hear it go plip there. Probably gonna have to go backwards now. Not gonna go plip now. You mother lover. Come on. Oh. I'm gonna go up a little bit actually and just try and find. Might have a bit of flat here actually. Come on. Aha, there we go. Nice one. Zumski gets down straight away. There's only Muggins here who's driving around for a half hour trying to find a bloody landing spot. Right, so let's lock that one up. Go scan that.
problems finding a parking space.
Oh, you didn't find one straight away?
Oh no,
Ah, I found one now. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Do I need to dismiss my ship?
No, it's alright. I landed okay. Just took me a while to find a decent spot. Okay, so geysers are actually quite good for bits and bobs, so we're going to go have a really good look at this one over here. Oh, I forgot there's not a lot of G on this planet, so... Right, but they're certainly spurting Spurting? A lot of ice.
Okay, Athena is right in your stream, you know. You do have the largest ship in the game.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that. No, but that one isn't the largest in the game. Anaconda's bigger, isn't it?
Nope, Beluga is the largest ship in the game.
I stand corrected. Should give it a bloody 8 slot then.
It would, but it'll be for passengers.
I know that two slots for miscellaneous, shall we say, is just ridiculous.
What is surprising is, though, even though it's the largest vessel in the game, it's certainly not the slowest and the most sluggish.
Hang on a minute, why isn't that working? Do you know, every time I play this bloody game I have to get used to everything again.
These look cool.
And okay. No. Come on. It's not that one. Not that one. I don't know why this isn't bloody working.
Oh, they've got stuff on them.
How the hell is that the fire button?
That looks cool.
That was brilliant.
How far up did you go?
800 meters. 900 meters.
Oh. Spinny, spin, spin.
I can't believe you didn't try that. Oh.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm back on my way to Mars.
And I only lost 10% on the landing.
Why did my ship leave?
Hey Malcolm, how's it going?
Help,
Jesus, the 2.3 clicks.
I'll give it one more go.
help.
What happened now?
How high are you, Swifty?
Where is he? Scotsman. Oh.
I'm still in the sky.
Whoop. That is great. That's so much fun. Did you get stuck, Brian?
That
I'm still
hurt.
I'm coming down. No.
I'm at nearly 3 kilometers.
How is it like?
I think my ship might have dismissed itself to follow me. In fact, I'm sure it has.
Oh, this is going to be hard.
That's what I was thinking, Kathina. I was like, bye, Max. It's Kathina was saying it's like that bit out of Armageddon where he goes, bye, Max. I'm gonna blow, I'm gonna blow. Oof. Luckily, that was 40%.
Not on the planet.
Well, that was entertaining.
Apart from the fact it's blown me miles away from where I was.
Yes, amen.
So, how does my ship get on the other side of the planet from you guys?
Hang on a sec, what do you mean it's on the other side of the planet? When you blew up?
Yeah, not my ship dismissed itself because I got so high that my SRV blew up, and now my ship is on the opposite side of the planet.
Blame the loach. Now I've just got to travel God knows how far to get back to that geyser now.
Hey Zoomski, can you synthesize SRVs?
Say again?
Can we synthesize SRVs yet?
We can repair and refuel.
That's not what I was meaning.
Have you not got another one?
Oh yeah, I've got another one. I was just wondering, you know, it's like we can do all this stuff, but we can't build our own SRV.
The smaller ones only push you up a little bit.
Right, so. Aha, that's what I was doing wrong. Oops. Okay. Close one nearby, I think. Yep. Okay, let's have a look. Ah, I know why things are messing about, so sorry ladies and gents, just have to make a bit of a change.
I take it you're both still on the planet.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere, my batteries have just run out on my joystick.
That's always a nice
So
thing.
I'm still next to the geyser. So if you've never ridden the geyser before, highly recommend it, it's good fun.
I wonder what it would do to a ship.
I think that's worth finding out.
What?
What it would do to a ship. Drop that in. Right, okay, so good.
No, you're.
It's come back now.
Okay, it's just come back now. Yeah.
Refresh the page. Oh, there it is.
Right. And we lost 2 viewers. They didn't refresh. Right, okay, let's see what we've got now. Needle crystals. Let's go have a look at these babies. See what they give us. You can farm like geysers. How good are geysers for farming materials? Because there's like a ton of stuff here, but does it pay off alright?
I would have thought it'd be pretty good. You just like refresh the instance, don't you?
I can see Zoomski's name, but I can't see Zoomski.
That's how good FDev's instance in software is.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
We'll fly into a geezer.
What's that? Don't fly into a geezer.
That's
Okay.
a go fly into a geezer.
If I knew who you were, I would shoot you.
Actually, the geysers have changed colour here.
Oh, I see you now. I could see your name, and then suddenly your SRV just appeared.
How much have I got left? 43. I'm alright for a bit like that.
Going up.
Oh. I might be stuck. Come on.
You're still on me.
No, I just got shut off now.
mean, if you seriously, if you look at, oh, prepare for the splodge. Is he still trying to crush him with the nose? Boys and toys, this is what people do. They come into game and instead of trying to do serious things, they try to squish other players with their ship. Let's have a look. Oh, didn't want to lose my signal. I want to get a bit of a shot without Brian penetrating another player. But you can't have everything, can you? I want to see the guys as well, so print. Ah, that'll look semi alright.
Okay, experiment in 10 seconds.
He's giving his ship a good steam clean.
It's not actually doing anything, but it is pushing the ice back down to the ground, which is pretty cool. Now what?
That's not the ice, that's
Ah,
the
okay.
thrusters.
Oh, that's a shame.
That was a bit disappointing, to be honest.
Right, so I'm going to return to my ship. Oh, I might have to recall it. Yep.
Guardian pulses.
They made quite a light show.
Right, so I can't do it in the SRV. I have to wait for the bloody ship to land. But the ship is here, no? No. And we have like 33%, which isn't bad. I think I can just about get back on 33%. Well, I don't care what the stats say. This ship looks nowhere near as big as my Anaconda when you get close to it. It maybe has something on the Anaconda in height, but certainly not in length.
We'll put the Anaconda next to it. Let's see if it really is. You know.
Ineffectual Airways, we might just get you there.
I'm lighting the path for you.
Shit.
Having said that, being underneath it now, it does feel a lot bigger, but... Okay, so 3... board ship. Righty dokie do. Let's lock that view. Okay. That's the other one that I fancied going to. Okay, I'm gonna head to the nearby moon of Ganymede, I think it's pronounced. I think it's pronounced Ganymede.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I just got a mission critical message. I've got.
You've been offered one and it comes up. I get so in your mailbox you've probably still got the offer sitting there. You have to go in and delete it. Or turn it down, sorry. Okay, so wait till we get out the atmosphere. Oh god, that coffee's the worst I've ever tasted. Worst I've ever tasted. Ugh. It's making me feel sick. Whistle while you work. Well, the reason I wanted to stop off at Ganymede is because I think it's supposed to have some serious places to kind of fly into as well. So I'm just going to head for one of the canyon.
Simsky, do you have pew-pews on your cutter?
I don't.
Simsky's
Ah, sorry, I thought you said Swifty. I was just about to say I don't even have a cutter.
I do, yes.
What weapons would one have? Probably got some like super engineered
Not on the cutter.
material
Okay.
launchers.
Yeah, I just got normal guns. I got like, I got some beams, I got some missiles, I got a plasma accelerator and some cannons.
Orbital flight.
I like cannons.
Yeah, I got pulse
The
cannon,
shred
I
power
got pulse
plants.
lasers, plasma accelerators, multi-cannons and seeker missile racks. That's all I got.
That's all, eh? Just a few things.
Yeah, but they're not engineered. You know, I got a Corvette that I was shooting with yesterday that's I've just engineered it and it's amazing.
Hey, you don't know me. You don't know me. This is how I do things. Well, the canyons aren't as deep as I actually originally thought, but never mind. Kind of blast down and have a bit of a look around. I'm not going to spend a ton of time down on this surface anyway, actually. It's got a fast turn radius anyway, this one. Oh, here we go. It's gonna be hurt. Oh, that one wasn't too bad. There we go. So now we're on the planet. We can try and keep it as. Ooh. What more do you want? Whoops. Shields offline. I wasn't actually paying attention to the actual land. Oh, well, there you go. There's my little bit. But
see if I aim my ship at Salacia, it's glitching between Salacia and Ateka Ice Firmalo, but I can't block the ice thing.
what ice thing are you trying to lock on?
No, it's just coming up on the. When I'm looking at Salacia, which is 17,000 light seconds, it's glitching between that and
Oh.
the other thing I said, but I can only lock onto Salacia, and I can't find the other one in the nav panel.
Landing gear deployed.
I noticed when I was flying to Jupiter that it was doing something similar to that.
Oh, it's a double rocky ice world, so it's probably just behind it. Apparently that's got a ice firmware on it.
For anybody who says that they don't think that this is easy enough, or they don't think this is easy, as long as I don't take a misread from my own ship. Don't want to go down there actually, I want to stay up on the flat a little bit. As long as I don't take too much of a misread from my own ship. Not too difficult finding stuff out there. I might actually have another one here. Oops, a daisy, there we go. It's here somewhere. Oh, might have been a bit too much actually. Around here. Oops. There we go. So right up ahead. This is exactly how easy it is to find the outcrops once you're on the planet. There's somebody in the stream tonight saying it's too difficult, but it really isn't. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain like that, but not the end of the world. Because then you can just spin around. Straight the other way.
Back in a second, I'm just going to go scoop some fuel.
There was somewhere else just over here, I think, but there's a massive drop into a canyon there, which I don't want to do because that's just not worth it. Dropping into canyons like that. What you also don't want to do is follow a false positive. Ooh, crap! Oh, look at that. That's a bit of a drop. I can have a look down here, see if it doesn't bloody glitch out. Yeah, don't hold out a lot of luck for that area. Oops, daisy. I want to kind of take advantage of as much of the flat as we can. I don't mind Dav's Hope just because you can get around it really, really quickly, but just generally, yeah. That's the false positive that I was on about of my ship, which is always going to show us false positive. And as long as you're a bit wary about that, you'll generally find stuff really easy. There should be something just along here. Oops, daisy. There. No. And every so often you'll find you might find a down ship with some stuff to pick up as well, which is pretty cool when you can do that. So you can see the false positive of my ship there. Right, okay, what's next on my list? Saturn. Oh, Zoomsea's just coming into land, actually. I don't know if he's trying to show me how it's done, or... We can just head straight to Saturn if you want. This isn't a very good, it isn't the greatest planet.
Okay.
Saturn it is.
I also think that there's probably no point in nerfing it because it's going to be more hassle than it's worth, isn't it? Saturn. Now, over the coming weeks, or over the next week or so, I'm going to do some more kind of interesting places in the bubble, actually.
Well, technically they've already nerfed Dav's Hope, just by the fact that they've added in some extra lower grade materials, so now when you go round there's more things that you can pick up and there's more lower grades now, so you've got to do more to get the same of what you used to want, so you could say they have nerfed it a little bit.
Bastards. Whose fault is it, everybody? It's only one man's fault. Whose fault is it? This man's fault. Look at him. Look at that face. All that face wants is for you to grind the hell out of this game. That's all it wants. Look at the evilness in the loach's eyes for a start. Hey, Producer Knight. They'll have a, yeah, as Kathina says, they'll have a blue outline around them. So I'll give you an example now. I'll slow down a little bit. You go into your system map. Ooh. If my system map actually worked. Oh. I can do this with my voice activation thing. Where's my voice app? Voice bot. One sec, let me load voice bot up because it's glitching in the game. Bum, bum, bum. Has it got the Elite Dangerous profile? Are you listening? Pum 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 pum. Yep. Okay. Systems map. So in the system, can you see this one has a blue circle around it? That's landable. All these three are landable. And all of these are landable. What you do have to make sure you do, which I'm just going to slow my cruise down here because otherwise I'm going to crash into Saturn. Still not doing it. Systems map. Systems map. What you do need to make sure is that you check the G on them. So if you go into the details here, you can hang over it, it'll tell you what the gravity is. It's 0.13 G, so that's a safe and landable one. If you've got like 2 or 3 G here, you have to land it really, really careful. It also tells you the composite of what it's made up of, so you know what you're actually going to find when you are down on the planet's surface and mining stuff. I've forgotten what I've got in for the... I don't want to... Max weapons? Max engine? Well, you would think, but I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go to Dav's Hope and run it once and then leave? I mean, God knows how much that's going to take to even I think I would draw the line at having to do it that way. It is very silly. Elite University, tis a silly place. Okay, so here we are at Saturn. and it's ridiculously big rings. And we'll get up close and have a bit of a look at Saturn, and then we can go have a look at its moon friend, Titan. Am I right in thinking that in the game lore people have actually settled on Titan?
Well, as far as I'm aware, they have.
Wouldn't it be a bit cold?
Now, if it's been fixed.
What do you mean fixed? A big microwave hanging out outside?
No, but it's the future, isn't it? They might have done something to it.
Systems map? Okay, so I'm just going to see which... Systems map? Okay, and this one, it's you want to be going to Enceladus. That's Spanish for salad.
No, it's not been populated.
Ah, it hasn't? Oh, okay.
Not Titan.
Right, so once you've had a look at Saturn, you want to go to the moon Enceladus. Quite nice. Going in the wrong direction there. Well, in that case, yes, I would definitely do that. I would go somewhere else, but you would have to drop more stuff. You seriously would. Or drop the levels that are needed for various items. Which is what I think they need to just start doing anyway. Rather than have the whole grind thing is having it so you can't relog and get free stuff, but the actual amount that you need to collect is a little bit lower. Now Enceladus is a rocky ice world, well, an ice world really, but it's famous because the ice here is blue as opposed to white, and there's actually darker patches of blue, as you can see as we're coming down here. Now this isn't shadow, this is naturally darker, so we can just maybe head down towards this one. I mean, I've said it before, Kathleen, I know the game's supposed to be a simulation and whatnot, but it's not, it's still a game. And if they want to make it that much of a simulator, then I think that it would be an almost impossible game to play. So you can see the dark blue ice here as we're getting closer. That is such a nice shot, that. Look at that. Oh, that's going to look great when I get landed. Just shift to the side a little bit, I think. I need to get down to around 100.
I can't even see you guys in the tab, so I can nav lock on you.
Do you want to log out and back in, and I'll invite you back into the wing? No, I don't think it is either. I definitely don't think that logging out and back in and everything is the answer to anything at all. It's something that they need, it's their thing and they need to work on it. And they need to take it a bit more serious, I think, because I'm not a moaner. I'm just going to get on with it and play my game, but the amount of crap in this game at the moment that everybody's complaining about, it's like, come on, what are you doing at work? Can I use this yet? I can't even use that yet. That's great. I love this game. I truly do. I mean, that's another thing, Kathina. What I'm doing here is this panel I can use. No problem. This panel, because I tried to access it in the SRV, can't do anything. It's amazing. It's an amazing game. I don't know how they managed to mess it all up. And that's not new. That's been around for yonks. Definitely. That's how I see it as well. Some weird glitch out there. So yeah, you can see the blue ice here. Engines. Oh, we've got something here. There we go. Oh, everything's floating away here. Manganese, sulfur, manganese. The G here is so light that when you shoot something it just goes up. But what goes up must come down.
Do power slides here?
Oi. What a toil. Tungsten. I don't know what it means when there's a vein, though. Oops, a daisy. Where the hell is it all? Should be here somewhere. There we go. Where the hell is that? Oh, it's on the ground. Right, okay. So, enough of the shenanigans. Look at them. Immediately they go after your ship as soon as it lands. Actually, it is pretty big, that ship. No, I like the icy moons as well. Sorry if I'm not looking at the text. Let me just go back. They just try and damage your ship. That's all they're interested in. Whoops, I haven't used that for ages. No. Which one? Alioth. I don't know if I've got that one. I'm supposing I do. Permits. No, I don't have that one. I have the hall system. Right, let's move on to the next one. Saturn. Systems map. We're going to move on to Uranus. Oh, but we can't do it inside the SRV. I forgot about that. Okay, next up, Uranus. Oh, hang on. Where's my book of Uranus jokes? If you need me, you can find me in Uranus. Oh, jeez Louise, yeah. Alright, 9-7, Kathina.
Landing gear retracted.
Systems map.
Frameshift drive charging.
What ancient advanced technology is that? Is that the penguins? I knew they were up to something, those black and white little buggers. I didn't even read the Alioth permit. I didn't even know I was missing one. Ah, it's the independent one, isn't it? Okay. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, and somebody said you can do it by somebody said you can do it. Oh crap! All I didn't mean to do that. Dropped out a bloody super cruise. It's a bit of a trip to this one. So, Uranus. Mm-hmm.
Assumes you just leave.
Yeah, I had to relog. My nav panel got locked out for some reason.
Yeah, I had that as well. Luckily, I've got my voice attack on and it works.
That's a bloody pain in the ass. Putting out these patches, why don't you fix something like that?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty ridiculous. They obviously they don't care about it. They're just like, oh, we'll just leave it. People can just log out and back in. It seems to happen when you use it in the SRV. The other panels work fine. So what's the ancient advanced technology in Antarctica, Elsgard? Or is this something to do with the game? Or reality? Well, no, it can't be something to do with the game. What's that all about? Let's follow. Wow, this is a bit of a run. And there. Oh, we're getting there now. Oh. Right, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Uranus. Come on. Let's get it over and done with. Oh, what happened there? Which one's the... Quite like conspiracy theories. I generally don't believe any of them, unfortunately, but I do love them. Same as I'd love to believe in ghosts and stuff, but until I see one. I have seen a UFO though, as crazy as that sounds. I talked about it one stream a long time ago. And by UFO, I don't mean alien ship, I mean a UFO. I have no idea what it was, but it wasn't like anything I'd ever seen before. Wow, that is blue. I love conspiracy theories. Apart from the flat Earth. That one makes my head itch. Right, so, yeah, that's Neptune. Uranus, sorry. Now, I'm just gonna budge out a little bit. Get a half decent view on it. Probably is those penguins though, Ellisgar. They've all got a plan, they're not that daft. Believe me, they're not daft.
Flat Earth.
You laugh, but there's a crazy amount of people that believe in it.
I know. It's like if you stand on like an open field and you look along, you can see the curvature of the Earth. But it's still flat. The fact that there's mountains mean it's not flat.
I just think that it's just bizarre that it's not the concept of it that I even have a problem with. It's the fact that so many people believe it. I thought it was a wacky conspiracy theory at first, and then I've just realised that they have conventions and like huge conventions, and there's even famous people who believe in it as well.
I always thought that they didn't actually believe in it. It was kind of a sort of, well, we can prove any theory exists type of thing.
I mean, I even found out recently that there's a huge amount of people, particularly in certain parts of America, that believe in mermaids.
Yeah, there's mermaids. There's one in Denmark.
Ah, great, I didn't have to log out then. Okay, so. This one, for anybody who's wanting to do any type of canyon running, this one, Ariel, you'll see here, has a beautiful run of canyons here, right at the bottom. So that's well worth a visit. Look at that. It's called the Octopus Trench or something. I can't remember the name of it now when I looked it up, but yeah, it might be the Octopus Trench. If you look, there's the head, there's the legs. You can kind of spin around here and have a lot of fun, but because of my ship, I can't really do anything like that. But it has extremely low gravity. Extremely low gravity. Have I dropped out? I have dropped out, haven't I? Right, so.
Octopus don't have legs.
Well, how does he get his shoes on?
With a shoehorn like everybody else.
Drive charging. Ready to engage.
Now there's an alien species for you. Absolutely terrifying octopi. Okay, we can head to Neptune. Bluest to the blue. If we can get away from the Yes, I think over the course of the next week I'm going to be doing some some interesting places in the bubble to visit. So it's kind of going to be a series, maybe running over the course of a week, and then I think I might be doing a big trip. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. 20,000 light seconds. That's not too bad. Once we've finished our Roadrunner thrust move. I'll close down that. Don't need it now. Bum, 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 bum. Talk about conspiracy theories, actually. I visited Area 51 once when I went to America.
White Sands Naval Base.
No, it's in this one's in Nevada. It's in I can't remember the name because it's an Indian name. Topana Test Range. I think it's Topana Test Range or something. There's nothing. You can't see anything. Although you do get accosted by guards, base guards when you go there. They generally hassle you to leave quite quickly.
What? So there's not like any little green men running around?
Not even a gift shop.
disappointed.
I did actually go nearby. There's a little village called Rachel, and I mean, like, it's really small. It's in the absolute middle of nowhere, and their cafe is called the Little Alien.
Yeah.
But they have a wall of UFO photographs, and some of them are actually quite interesting. But other ones are just like literally a bug splattered on a windscreen.
Yeah.
It's amazing what some people can see in things when they're on drugs or alcohol.
Well, there was a chap who was writing a book about his one of his great grandfathers or something. Was one of these trailblazers who first came out to the west and went into Nevada with a big wagon train, and he decided that what he would do is follow in his great grandfather's footsteps and follow the trail that they did out into the desert. And he had to get special permission to go into that area because he went through the Air Force Base's territory, and he got it. Yeah, he got the special permission to do it. And in his book, he writes that whilst he was going through that area, he saw some very strange things in the sky every night. Strange lights doing things that planes don't normally do.
Well, it might not have even been planes, it might have been some other technology, but I was just saying before that when I was walking in the mountains a couple of years ago, I saw something incredibly strange. It was at such high altitude, I couldn't actually see what it was, but the maneuvers it was making were not what I would expect or what I've seen of any plane ever. And it genuinely freaked me out the day it happened.
Yeah, it's a very interesting subject, it really is.
Right. Oh, this looks blue, even from a distance. I'd like to play the blue song, but I can't because of copyright reasons. Oh, Neptune's got a ring as well. Everywhere seems to have a ring these days. Must be the fashion. Not a big one for now, but so there's actually, just to touch on that Triton subject again then, so there's nothing really been said about it, because it is essentially landable.
Yeah, but you can't go there.
What happens?
I don't know, to be honest, but as far as I'm aware, your system won't let you enter that area. And this is one of the big discussions in the game about these permit lock places. Are they part of the story, or are they put in the game and you've got to try and figure out how to get past them? People have done things like flying to super cruise their way into permit locked systems, but you try and jump into them and it won't let you. One of the big theories is trying to figure out who it is who puts these permits in place, and then maybe allying yourself with them or something like that. But as of yet, I've not found anybody who's been able to get past them.
But I heard, it's a bit strange that somebody was super cruising, because I've heard that you can't super cruise from one system to another.
That's not what I've heard. I've heard people doing it. I've heard people do it. It takes days, but I've heard people do it.
The systems are apart, really.
Yeah.
Because remember, in Super Cruise, when you max out, it's something like, what is it, 2,000 times the speed of light or something?
Yeah, it's about 2,100, yeah.
Well, from what I don't know if I heard it or I read it, I can't remember, but it said that in order to go from one system to another, it has to load it in from the server. And so you can't super cruise there, you have to jump in.
That's not necessarily
Okay.
true.
It could load in when you low wake in.
Well, I'm going to head over to Triton and have a look at it. Could be where the Thargoids are heading. Never know.
We know now where the Thargoids are heading.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because of these eagle eye stations, they're actually telling us where their targets are.
What stations?
I don't know what the latest ones are. I'll have to look them up. But the eagle eye satellites are the ones that monitor all the sensory stuff that the Thargoids are pumping out, and at certain times they release a coded message that you can unlock using a very straightforward, I think it's called the Caesar cipher, and you use this cipher and it allows you to read the code, and it tells you the systems that the Thargoids are targeting, and you can go there and actually prevent them from attacking those stations.
Hmm. So do we know where their end point is?
I don't, at this moment in time, I don't think we know what, well, if we believe what the Guardian logs tell us, they're going to just try and mine. They're going to try and, you know, aggressively mine the area.
Oh yeah, see, Ellis guy saying there was a video of somebody who super cruised into a locked system, and he did actually get there, but when he got there was nothing there. So I like the plan. I didn't press the button there. So Ellis guy saying he watched a video of somebody who super cruised into a system, but when they got there wasn't actually anything there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, but if you super cruised then and there wasn't anything there, couldn't you just exit out, then reload the game back up, and when the game loads back up, you're still in the same system with the loaded system?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because wherever you log out, that's where your ship is. So even if you're in the system and there's nothing there, when you log out, your ship should still be there.
Well, it wouldn't let me onto Triton, but I'm at 136 kilometers, and it's going down. So should I just try and go straight down?
I don't think your system will let you.
Ah, yeah, it won't. Damn it. There is some strange green colour going on here. Kind of similar colour to the Thargoids.
Space grass.
It's like there's a load of ice, but then mixed in with it, there's a load of green as well. Well, it's a shame you can't lock in, but I totally understand that you can't. Ah, well. Okay, so that is the solar system. Pretty much. I mean, no, we should maybe should we at least go to Pluto to finish it off?
Can do.
I'm going to check something out to see if it's worthwhile looking at.
Okay, let's go have a look at Pluto. Eagle Eye installations. I'm just reading something from Canon Research. The Eagle Eye installations were installed in the Pallades to monitor thyroid activity. Aegis has launched operation. Might have to go visit them. Could be interesting. And while we're on our massive thing, oh, here I just want to check out this other. I'm guessing you've both been to Mitter and Hollow, haven't you? Really fast moon that orbits every.
Oh no, I have not. No, I've got lots of friends who have been to it. I've seen a video of it. But I've never
Oh,
been
we should
myself.
finish off. Oh. I didn't realise you can overshoot Pluto so easily. Well. I was a long way out when it went into overdrive there. I was really surprised. Pum, 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 pum. See if Zoomski overshoots it. Oh, he's disappeared.
What is a fumarole?
Pass. How to look it up.
And here we have Pluto. All that ice. Look at all that ice covering it.
Hold on, this planet has got 0.00 G.
Which one?
Actea.
Actea. Oh, let's have a look.
It's got no gravity at all.
Actea. Oh.
It looks like little lava spouts, but it says it's ice fumaroles, but there's definitely lava here.
It's got some weird ass bumps to it as well. It's a potato planet. Can't see the makeup. Ice, rock, metal. It says water volcanism, water geysers.
Well, if it's water geysers, why is there like hot stuff and smoke? It's like lava.
Right, so there's Pluto. We can go have a look at this Actea place. It's a potato planet.
I mean, they're not really that active right now. There's a few of them that's going. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of them, but it's not like the geysers on the other planet. They're not like big, massive things. But it is in the dark side of the planet, so when it gets round to sunside, it could be quite spectacular.
But how long would it take? Would that take at this distance from Sol?
Oh,
7 or 8 days?
I'm not suggesting waiting for it. Like.
Alright, we can go have a look at this other place then, Mitra Hollow. Have you been there?
No.
Oh, then we have to definitely go. It's great. So... Oh, it's only a few light years. You want to go to Epsilon Indy. I'll put it in the chat.
It's right next door.
I can't believe you've never been. It's amazing. Hey Tangent, how are you doing?
What, is this the moon that circles a planet in like...
Yeah, every 30 seconds you get a... no, is it every 40 seconds you get an eclipse, and then every 30 seconds the planet circles it. It's a sight to behold. It doesn't look much. It doesn't look like much when you're in Super Cruise, but once you drop out and land, it's really, really good. So I recommend this place to visit, actually, Elledsgar, if you've never been here. This is a good place.
Which planet is it? Is it Edmund's Rock?
No, it's New Africa, but it's the moon next to it. It's called Mitterrand Hollow. Now the best thing to do is just find its orbit line and then intercept it organically. Or you might be chasing it all day. So as I see it coming around here,
In other words, fly into the planet. Fly into the planet.
but not New Africa, Scotty. You want to be going to Mitter and Hollow? Ah, okay, you've changed it. Okay. Ooh.
My ears aren't painted on, Maddie.
Okay, so. And that's pretty cool when that happens as well. So you can see I'm still in orbit of it. Look at that. So funny.
That's mad. He's just walked past me. Hurry up. Hurry up and go round and come back again. I'll wait for you.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, salvageable wreckage. Sounds crap.
Oh, you just see it go around. It looks amazing.
It's like it's pushing me along. Ooh, what's all this blue stuff on it?
Wow, that's weird. You get caught up in its gravitation, and that's it. Then you're moving with it. That's amazing.
Are you on the planet?
I'm just arriving now.
I found some weird blue canyon-y thing. It almost looks like it's got like fog in it. It might just be the distance. And now it's all just went black. Ooh. It looks like it's a... See when it goes in the dark side? The whole planet looks like it's got a haze over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come check these canyons out. It's definitely fog. Some sort.
Where is he? Flying Scotsman. Oh, that is him. Is it?
Frameshift drive charging. Scout detected.
Oh. Hey, come on. I'm gonna try and come towards you, but it looks like you're on, you might be on the other side of the planet to me. So I'm, I'm not sure how to do this without it throwing me out of orbit.
Can you not just orbital flight around it? No, not super cruise, but like orbital.
I don't know. I can do super cruise and just creep around it and hope not to drop into glide.
It's actually hard to tell if it's fog or if it's just the lighting.
Yep. I'm gonna try and pull it around there, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Well, it might. Oh, for God's sake. He's on the other side, isn't he? Oh no, he might not be. No, he is. 'Cause that's the ground. Only thing I hate about this game. Right. Makes my head ache some days, that.
It is possible, so you just have to fly out and, you know.
No, it's just it said I was going towards him. I could see the wing signal, but then as soon as I dropped in, I realised it's on the other side of the planet. But it doesn't show as on the other side of the planet like it does with everything else.
Yeah. It's weird being on this thing and the planet going by.
I can see a zoom ski.
Wow, look at them canyons.
There's also like a mountain range in the background if you get high enough. Ooh, there's a blue circle on the radar. Ooh, there's a little thing on the nav panel, the Crab Nebula Expedition.
Alright, well I'm finally out of Super Cruise anyway. I'm with Von Zoomski and the Flying Scotsman. Yeah, but it's great. I mean, it's even better once you're on the ground, Ellidsgar. And especially when now you see it's just gone to an eclipse now, because... So the eclipse is really, really quick as well. It's such a cool place to come to, and then because it's inside the bubble, it just makes it even better. Is there a ship parked up on the ridge over there?
Yeah.
Oh, whose is that? Ah, okay, so what the hell was I looking at there? I was looking at Brian and then, oh, crap.
That's mad.
What?
Just sit here and watch the
Oh
planet
yeah,
go
it's,
by.
it is, especially in the SRV, it's just mental. Oops. I was going the wrong way there. There it was. Go to the back of the ship. And then go up. There we go. I can't remember which side it comes up on. I think it comes up over here. I don't remember rightly. 'Cause it blocks the sun out, so. There you go, look at that. It's so cool. What I really love as well is the fact that when you realise that that planet's not actually moving.
Yeah, we are.
Well, the planet is moving.
Well, technically, yeah.
Are you two down in the crater in the surveys? The canyon?
Not yet.
I can see the lights down there. Quite near Swifty's ship.
Direct me. I'll go there. I'll have a look.
Well, I'm on the opposite side of the crater, it's right in front of me.
Me.
So it's on the left hand side of
Okay.
your ship.
Scotsman. Oops. Where he is.
Yeah, there's 3 lights.
Yep, I see it. Well, I see something here. Sticker. How do I do it? There we go. There's loads of cargo.
Can you see me on the other side?
Hang
of
on,
the
there's
canyon?
loads of cargo over here. Can't quite see you now. To the left of my ship now, so let's have a look. So did you see the lights are in the canyon or close to my ship?
Oh, they're like... See where your ship is? Is that you I'm looking at? Yeah. I think. Yeah, so like your ship's looking for the nose of your ship looking out the cockpit, if you go to your left and go like...
I see it, there's a base down there. I think it's a skimmer base.
It's on the edge of the canyon.
So I think it's a skimmer base by the looks of it.
I wonder if I can jump the canyon. Do you think we'll make the jump?
Lost it now. Okay. Oh, sorry, anybody in the chat? I'm not looking at it.
I might die doing this, but yeah, okay.
Aha. So it's just over there to the right, okay. Yeah, definitely skimmer. What happens when you shoot them?
Depends if they're wanted.
Mm. I can't tell if they're wanted. It won't let me scan them from this distance.
I don't actually know where I am right now.
No, I can't seem to scan them.
You have entered a trespass zone.
Ain't got a bloody thing on it.
Under attack.
Well, I just got a bounty for that. Really?
You got a bounty.
Yeah, for driving into the thing.
Careful, that's bad.
What the hell they shoot at Swifty fucking guided missiles?
Ah, bugger it.
What the hell was that?
Oh well.
So why aren't they shooting me?
Did you get there alright, Elsgard?
So I'll need to find an interstellar factors now, won't I?
Yes.
If he got a bounty, shouldn't we have all got one?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know why I got one. It's like I went in and it said trespass, so I reversed, and before I reverse and get out within like 3 seconds, it's like you've got a bounty.
It's strange because it blew me up, but I haven't got a bounty. I haven't got a bounty.
Are you sure? Your
Hold
transactions.
Yeah, it shows up in your transactions, doesn't it?
I'm not wanted anymore. The bottom right hand side of my screen said I was wanted and I had a 500 credit bounty. Now I'm not wanted and there's no bounty in my transaction.
Skimming mission's nerfed. Right, so people, I'm gonna head back over to Sol, and I'm gonna end the stream pretty much there.
I bet you it was wanted, and once they killed you, I wasn't wanted. I don't know. That's weird.
It's not showing up in my transactions either, and it's not at the bottom of my screen. Oh, you'll be just land anywhere, Ellidsgar. I mean, you go through that eclipse anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night for the stream. Wait. And I'll catch you all tomorrow night. Right, boys, I'm gonna call it a night for the stream. I'm going to take this ship back to Sol.
Okay,
Right,
mate.
thanks for joining in, and thanks for the information.
No problems, mate. I had fun.
Brian, it's always a pleasure.
I have mounted my ship.
So, everybody, thanks for watching the stream, and I'll catch.
Yeah, I'm going to head back as well. Call it a night.
Right, I'll catch you next time. 9-7.